Welcome to your yin practice. For today's practice, I suggest blocks and a blanket. We'll be making our way into a heart opener. So 1 or 2 blocks or your blanket. If 2 blocks are too much, lower it down to 1 or use your blanket. We're going to be extending the legs out straight. The blocks will come to the upper back. You're going to release the shoulders over the block. The head's going to drape back and the arms will come down by your side. Now if this is too much on the neck, you're welcome to bring a block underneath the head, propping the head up slightly. Let the legs be heavy and flop out. And allow the spine just to drape over the blocks. Starting our practice from an expanded heart. Let the worries and the thoughts fall right out of the crown of the head. Slide off the shoulders. And making micro adjustments, working out any fidgets so you're able to come to a posture of stillness. And in this stillness we hold for time. About 10 breaths. And then to slowly come out, you're going to take your hands behind the head. If there's not a prop there to hold your head up, bring the chin to the chest. Come up and forward fold over. Now the spine is draping down towards the earth. Grounding down through the palms of the hands as they lay flat on the mat. The torso begins to melt to the thighs. And we release all effort. All effort. Resting in the natural rhythm of the breath. Observing the difference between expansion with the open heart and this inward fold, a slight bit of contraction towards center. Using this time to refine our skills of observation as we notice the subtleties between the various shapes, the various postures. You'll very slowly begin to make your way out of this forward fold, and we'll come into fire log pose. You'll bring the right ankle to stack on top of the left. If this is too much, take the right shin and cross it in front of the left. If you'd like to add a blanket underneath your hips to help you tilt the pelvis forward, please do so. If you'd like to grab a block to rest your forehead upon, we'll use the first few breaths to make our way into the posture, and then we'll hold the stillness for an extended period of time, using this extended length of time to observe and to refine with breath and with intention. If there's efforting in the breath, try to release control of manipulating the breath in any way, and allow it to rest in its natural state. On the sensations. What's the grip that the sensations have? On your emotions and your thoughts. Very slowly you'll make your way out. Take the legs out in front of you, nice and wide. Begin to walk the hands forward for a wide-legged forward fold. Forehead rests on the block, on the earth. Begin to target the inner groins. You may feel this in various other areas of the body, so pay attention to where the sensations are pulling, where they're the strongest, maybe where you're lacking any sensation. Just observing our body in its current state. Using our awareness to learn the intricacies of our own being. We learn ourselves to understand ourselves. When we understand ourselves, we can influence our conditions, our current state. Slowly begin to walk the hands up. We'll come to fire log on the opposite side, the right shin underneath, the left on top, or crossing at the ankles. Coming forward, just allowing the body to open in its own time. Training to slow the pace of our life. The practice of tuning in, becoming aware and observing how we're feeling emotionally, physically, and mentally. And very slowly begin to make your way out. You'll send the legs out in front of you. Side to side in a very gentle swaying motion. Half hero's pose. We'll take the left heel towards the left sit bone. Remove the blocks if there was any props behind you from the previous postures. You're welcome to lay down onto a blanket as you slowly walk the spine down. The first level, some may pause here. Others may continue down onto the spine. The hands can reach out to the corners of the mat, and then the arms fall heavy into the sockets of the shoulders. The chest settles down. The breath is slowed. And we take the journey inward. Learning to understand our sensations and the emotional charge behind them. Drawing the attention back and anchoring it to sensation. The physical body holds you in presence. Bringing the arms by your side, pressing into the arms, coming up. Keeping the left leg as it is for a forward fold. That right leg can swing outside slightly. I'm going to take my left hand to the outer edge of my left foot and then slide my right arm to the inner thigh of my right leg. So a subtle side bend and a nice deep opening along the right hamstring. Now way down through the left hip and rest in your natural breath. And then you'll bring the right arm out from underneath, release the left hand, walk the hands back up. Switching out the legs, extending the left leg forward. The right heel will hug towards the right sit bone. Half hero's pose, lowering down onto the spine, or pausing with the forearms rested on the mat. The arms can extend up, extending your reach through the chest, and then relaxing any effort and falling into the support right beneath you. Tether the attention back. The physical body grounds you in presence. Anchor your attention to your sensations. What's the emotional charge of your sensations that are surfacing? What thoughts are streaming through the mind? And very slowly begin to make your way out. Be gentle with yourself. Keeping the right leg where it is. If this is too much, again, bring that leg around and bring the right foot to the inner thigh of the left leg. You're welcome to slide the left foot out a little wider and forward fold over the left leg. The left hand will come to the inside of the left leg, the right hand to the outer edge of the foot, maybe the ankle or the calf. So the spine is in a slight rotation with a lateral bend. Feeling this deep in the length of the left leg and the opposite side body. We practice giving up control, of pulling ourselves deeper and instead allowing time and gravity to melt us into our shape. Very slowly releasing the hands. Coming back to that forward fold and then walking the hands up. We'll bring the left foot in, then the right sole of the foot will come to meet it. You'll reach around for your blocks. Remove the blanket. One block will come long ways in between the shoulders. The second block can rest behind the back of the head. And a milder back bend with a supported head. The face softens, the hips get really heavy, the inner thighs release and relax. We come back to the light of consciousness, just observing our experience. The contrast between this open-hearted posture and our first. Are you more at ease? A bit more relaxed and comfortable? In mind and in body. How does it feel for the heart to be elevated above all else? Slowly you'll draw the knees in towards one another, coming to a fetal position on either side, safely rolling off of those blocks. Reaching around, removing the blocks, we'll be making our way into final Shavasana. Bringing the spine onto the mat, the hips, the legs extend long, the arms extend long, the body goes limp. The body anchors us in presence. Holds us in space. Observe the conditions that you've brought about. A mindful practice, a journey inward. If you have the grace of time, please stay in final Shavasana for as long as your moments allow. With light love, gratitude, and grace. Namaste.